So where are we at?
We're looking at buying a $600,000 investment property with 25% down, which is $150,000. Interest rate is 7%. Our total payment would be approximately $3,450 a month.
Dang.
So yeah, things aren't great right now. And in fact, things are bad. Things are really bad. I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I know that they're promising everybody next year it's going to get a lot better because they're going to cut interest rates. And I know a lot of people are excited for that, but I still think it's going to be really bad. And I have multiple reasons why I think that. It'll be good for some, bad for others. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Hello and welcome to another episode of Living Life in North Idaho. My name is Trent, and on this channel we talk about what it's like living, eating, working, playing, and buying real estate here in Idaho. If that's of interest to you, make sure you tap the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so every time I come out with a new video, you get notified. So diving into this video, guys, this is not going to be a whole heck of a lot of fun. I do not have great news for too many people. I do for some, but for the vast majority, they're not going to love what I have to say. And I'm sorry, but as someone who's actually himself looking for an investment property, this is the factors. These are the truths that I'm going off of. This is how I'm basing my decision. And since you guys chose to subscribe to my channel and watch my videos, I'm going to give you the truth. I'm going to shoot you straight. And I'm sorry if this hurts, but you're welcome, because there's a lot of people that are just telling you a bunch of BS. I know there's a ton of people that are like, oh, it's going to get better. The prices are going to come down, or the interest rates are going to come down. Homes are going to become more affordable. I don't know. I don't think so. But let's go off of what we do know. So first, why should you listen to me? Because a few months ago, I made a video about the market and what it was going to do. Let's see if my predictions were correct. The predictions of what's going to be happening over the next few years is that housing prices are going to level off. They're still correcting. They're going to continue to correct for the next few months, meaning that the prices are improving, but they're going to level off. First, I said there was only going to be about a 10 to 20% dip in housing prices. Was that true? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Now, I know there's going to be those anecdotal, yeah, right. My neighbor was selling a $1.5 million house. He only got $750,000. Yes, absolutely. That is true. We had some clients that were able to get really good deals. Here's how that happened. During the pandemic, people thought that they had a golden winning lottery ticket, right? They could ask for whatever they want and they're going to get it. So people were asking ridiculous numbers, and some people got it. Well, there were some people holding out. They're like, it's coming back. I'm not too late. But they were. And that's what ended up happening. In fact, a lot of those homes that sold for way over asking or way too much, they were cash buyers. So the appraiser didn't even have the opportunity to go, yeah, it's not worth that. People were just saying, get me out of where I live. Just get me to this place. I'll pay whatever. So that's how we have that. Now, across the market, 10 to 20%. Now, will it go even further? I can't make any predictions, but I think we have seen a price floor, and I have reasons for that. Next, I predicted that the inventory would be staying low and we'd have a price floor. And we absolutely did. The inventory has stayed very low. Not a lot of people that are selling their houses. Not a lot of people that are underwater and need to get out of their mortgages. They know what they have. They have low interest rates and a pretty affordable payment. They're not going to sell. And that is going to stay this way for quite a while. So, not to pat myself on the back, but yes, I did get that information correct. And the reason is I have some pretty good sources. My stepdad has been in finance for 30 years. My brother-in-law is a director at Zillow. So I get some pretty dang good information. And that's why I want to bring the information I have to you now. So where are we at right now? Inventory, still too low, way too low. Not going to be getting better anytime soon. The interest rates, as you know, crazy, right? Absolutely stupid. So I can give up a ton of my life savings and then have a payment that basically I couldn't rent the house to cover it. That doesn't make any sense. That is stupid.
I'm as stupid as a stupid does.
And also interest rates on a lot of other stuff, right? Money just got really stinking expensive. And of course, the Biden administration and the Fed had to do that because things were overheating. They were going crazy, but it's not going to fix the housing market. And I'll tell you why in a second. So the Fed knows that they can only keep this interest rate up so long. Corporations are going to have to refinance their debt in 2024. That is really going to hurt the economy if it's at the interest rate that it's at right now. It will over double for the rate that they have on their debt right now, which is going to really cause some damage to the economy. And maybe, I'm not going to say it, maybe that's what they want, but I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to do. It just seems nonsensical in some ways for people who have common sense. But yeah, the Fed knows that they're going to need to make a change, so they are going to lower interest rates. That's what they're telling us, right? Which has even further put more pressure on this economy, on the real estate market, because if you can get a better deal next year, why would you buy right now, right? So even more people are holding off. So things have gotten really slow. And so you would think like prices are going to drop, but they haven't. They're not dropping. Because why would you give up your really great interest rate? Why would you give up your low payment to go and pay a lot more to have a different house? No, people are smarter than that. So here's what we know is going to happen. And this is why I don't think people are going to be able to buy a house next year. Hey, real quick, guys, if you are serious about getting moved here and you just need some more information about what it's like living here, or you're serious, you want to get moved to North Idaho and you need someone to help make that happen, that's why my team and I are here. So reach out at the phone number or email address listed below. Day, nights, weekends, it does not matter. You can also check out the website if you don't want to have to talk to a human being right now. You can just talk to my website. Just kidding. I don't think it talks to you. Not yet. Sure, it's coming. Let's get back to the video. So here's what we know is going to happen. And this is why I don't think people are going to be able to buy a house next year. Those who think they're going to when the interest rates go down, this is why you won't be able to. The moment those interest rates go down, sellers who have been waiting to sell are going to go, perfect. And they're going to be asking a lot for their houses. Not what they would be asking today, knowing that the market is slow and there's not a lot of buyers and most people can't afford it. They're going to know there's a lot more buyers on the market. And so that price is going to be going up. So any savings you thought you were going to be getting, it's gone. You can look at that interest rate and feel good about that, but the payment is going to be about the same. We're predicting that the housing prices are going to go up 50,000, 100,000, or even more depending on what continues to happen in this country. Isn't it crazy? Just a side note, how insane are things right now? Anyway, back on track. I'm not going to get off on that. You can call me if you want to talk more about it. But yeah, the prices are going to go back up. Now, I know this is not great information, right? For those who are looking to buy a house, you might be going, great, this sucks. It does. I don't argue that. But what do you do with this information? The best case scenario for people who are able to buy a house right now is to pull the trigger, is to buy that house right now, because the interest rate, and I hate this saying, and I'm going to say it sarcastically. Date the rate, marry the house. So stupid, because what if you can't refinance that rate? Now that rate that you're dating led to your divorce because you're broke.
If they get divorced and live in two separate places, that's twice as many visits.
Anyway, don't do that. And seriously, if the market goes down a little bit, if value drops a little bit more on that house, you can't refinance. You have to have a certain loan to value to be able to refinance. Now, if you did put enough down or the market does go up, which again, if the interest rate drops, prices are going to be going up. So I think most people are going to be safe. You can refinance. The lenders that we work with offer free refinancing if you go through them. So if in 3 years the interest rates go down or in 6 months, you can refinance. Again, the loan to value. I do not want to give you bad information that's going to leave you in a lurch. I know some people aren't too worried about that. I am. Anybody making the move up here, I don't want you cursing my name. So right now, and I know you're like, you're in the market. You just want people to spend money. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. We love it when people use us to purchase a house. But the fact of the matter is, is that people, if they're waiting to buy next year, are going to have a ton of competition. Things are not going to be pretty. They have not built enough houses. That's the fact of the matter. Inventory is way too low. And it's been that way for a long time. And the builders, the developers, they learned their lesson from 2008 and they just didn't build enough houses. There is a millions of homes shortage right now. I didn't say that right. There is a shortage of millions of homes. And they just let in 8 million more people since Biden has been president. And those people need a place to live too, which, by the way, government oftentimes helps them with their rent, which causes rent prices to go up. So yeah, we've created a little bit of a mess for ourselves. Ooh, exciting. But just understand that if you're looking at buying a house and you're waiting for that interest rate to come down, you can expect to have a lot of competition. You can expect to pay a lot more for that house. And ultimately, the payment might very well be the same, where if you buy now, you get the interest rate that is terrible, that makes you not sleep well at night, you can refinance. Just make sure you put enough down that if the market does shift anymore, you can still refinance. But that really is the best case scenario. Neither are great. I'm telling you right now, I know that this is my profession. I'm not supposed to say this stuff. Neither are great. The best time to buy was last year. But you might also be saying that next year. Best time to buy was last year, right? Unfortunately, this is the market that we're in. And I hope this helps people. I'm not trying to spread fear. And I know I get a little bit dramatic on stuff, but I'm telling you right now, this is a crazy market. Everybody's predicting that the prices have to come down. But if you look at places like Canada, if you look over in Europe, if you look at other first world countries, this has been a trend that has been going on for a couple of decades, where the housing just gets ridiculous, and it's only upper middle class and upper class that can afford homes. And I pray that we're not going that direction, because I have children. They need a home. I don't want them living with me forever.
I'm not going to call him Dad.
Brennan, you're 39 years old. I would not expect you to call him Dad.
Well, I'm not going to, ever. Even if there's a fire.
I mean, they're awesome, but come on. And I hope that we figure a way through this, but this is the reality that we're looking at right now. I hope this helps. And if you need more information, if you need more help figuring out what's the right step here, reach out with a phone call, text, or email. Day, nights, weekends, doesn't matter. We're here to help people figure out if Idaho is the right place for them and when the right time to buy is. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section. Was this helpful? Was this new information, or are you kind of on the same page going, yeah, this is not going to be pretty? Until the next one, I'll see you later.